Suddenly Ducks. I'm Bermuda.
And I'm Phil, and today we're going to be doing some Stars About Number. And over to you, Harry.
Thank you. And because I need to put someone on the spot, today person on the spot is going to be Leech. Why don't you give us a rundown of last week's happenings? Please.
Um, I don't remember all of last week's happenings. I believe we were selling some stuff. I believe we put out a space list ad for some reactors.
Yes, you have arranged for your lawyer friend to get the sale of the reactor you salvaged going.
Yeah. We went somewhere else and tried to sell some other parts, didn't we? But we were like, no, this isn't a good enough deal. That was Narides.
Yeah, you tried to sell the reactor to Jinhoon, but
If somebody tried to lowball us, so we put in an ad.
yeah, the deal they gave you wasn't good enough for you. And you spent like a week, a bit more, training up. Everyone's level 3 now, I believe. One's a bit further ahead than others in that class.
We met the father of Natasha. He was a nice man. We asked if he wanted to come on board our ship. Can't remember anything else about what he wanted.
He wanted to speak to the people the cryopod people. He asked where we put them, but we didn't tell him.
Where we put what?
Where we put the cryopod people. He asked us where they were, and we didn't tell him. I just asked him what he wanted to do. He said he wanted to talk to them.
I remember that now.
And he encouraged us to destroy the research of Xavier's research, but we didn't destroy it right away.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to Scaporia, right?
Pretty much. I mean, that's the going plan, but I'm personally not in a hurry to do it. Just in case we'd be making a terrible mistake. But I think the benefits outweigh the risks of such a procedure. And with, greater further research, it could be honed and perfected and minimize the dangers of it. Yeah, I'm optimistic.
Well, we never know what'll come of anything, do we?
Harriel knows.
Harry, by the way, if you're talking, nothing's coming through.
I imagine he's probably wrestling that girl to the floor right now. This is what's going on in my imagination.
Yeah, let's imagine that he's
Hello?
having. Hello.
Yeah, there we go. The microphone decided to go crazy. But what did you ask? Sorry, I didn't understand.
I asked if you were wrestling that girl to the floor.
No, I am not.
Okay. But I mean, if you said anything at any point because you asked Leech something
no,
and
there was
then
something that you said, Phil, that Bermuda said, like, only Harriel knows. I didn't understand what you said there.
Oh, Phil said we never know what's going to happen with anything we do, and I said that you know what's going to happen with things we do.
Honestly, I don't.
Well, you decide what's going to happen.
But what's about to happen right now is all up to you. You can just stick around Gunhild for however long it takes for your lawyer friend to sell the reactor, or you can just go out there into the great unknown.
I say we continue on our mission to discover sexy new space ladies, explore their pants where no other man has gone before. I still hasn't seen any of the Star Treks, so
Wow.
No, I haven't. Calm down. Everything's pretty hectic. Okay, I'm settling down still. Give me some time, please.
I have no clue where we're going to go.
Well, if we're starting, then Mapachin urgently confronts the captain and the crew if they are nearby.
Yes,
But
what is it, Mapchin?
I've received a communications from my secret contact. If you thought that having Natasha on board was risky, then this reactor that we've got stowed is 10 times riskier. Apparently, it's gonna unleash a whole world of hurt if we are hanging on to this thing, and as long as it's listed openly on the market, the contact of Leech, who's handling the sale of this reactor, his life is in danger. So, my contact has offered to hang on to the reactor for me, or for us, so that,
How
we're
much do
not.
you trust this person?
I
I know
trust her
the
with my
sound of
life.
I know the sounds of a grifter.
She's no grifter.
What do you say, crew?
They are all asleep.
They're all processing the information.
Crew, what do you think? This contact of Mapachin seems to think that we're all in great danger if we keep the reactor on board the ship. Has everyone's mic died? Okay.
Sorry, my phone's blowing up with text messages right now. I'm attempting to answer them. But yeah, I'm up for whatever.
Excellent.
And where would we have to go to give this reactor to this person?
That's what I'm not sure, Harriel. Did she... I mean, she didn't leave coordinates or anything. I probably just have to reply to her, huh?
Yes.
Alright.
Raylan, what's your opinion on the subject?
Uh, just sell it. Get it off the ship.
Well, yeah. But
Like,
apparently selling it openly is asking for trouble.
The best offer we had when we tried to sell it openly was incredibly rubbish. So We either take the rubbish offer, or we try this sneaky but having to trust somebody else. But if Mappuccine trusts her?
Well, see, the thing is, apparently, the last person who's, done what we've done is, selling this thing above board, was killed horrifically. I don't know why, but maybe there's some shady people who want an item like this, and I don't know. I can't even imagine what's the problem with a capital ship reactor. But
Well,
she like my contact, she's got people protecting Leech's contact for the moment because his life is in danger. So she's already, keeping an eye on him and keeping him safe from harm. So she's willing to stow this reactor. I mean, maybe it's possible to sell it on the black market or something, or perhaps.
Did you say stow or sell?
Stow. But if we can't sell it openly, I'm sure there's an underhanded way to sell it. So maybe that's what we have to do.
I'm curious, why would we stow it with her and not just keep it on the ship?
Apparently, if we keep it on the ship and someone finds it or knows that we have it, we're in deep shit. That's why we can't just keep it on board the ship. Anyone who finds out about it is,
I mean, we're
have to answer with our lives.
We're chilling with an unbraked AI on our crew. Now we're
True.
worried about having a deactivated engine in storage somewhere.
Okay, well, if you're skeptical, make your case.
I just think we have more risky things already on the ship, you know what I mean? Like, I think it would be easier to pick up an AI if you scanned our ship than it would be able to pick up, like, a totally turned off, engine that's sitting in a metal box somewhere. We'll line the box with lead, but we can't stick Natasha in a lead-lined box, so...
And your contact? If someone is coming to kill him for, listing our item on space list?
He's a lawyer.
You're okay with that? All right.
One less lawyer.
yes, Leech has no love for lawyers.
Are you saying you do?
They have their uses.
I mean, I'm not sure us stowing it with her gets our buddy out of trouble. I mean, either way, he's not going to have the reactor, and he's still going to be involved in the...
Yeah, but we take the listing down.
Yeah, I mean, it's already been up for a while, though, right? I mean, I don't know if that's...
It's been up for 10 days.
Yeah, okay.
Sort of.
I don't know. Maybe he's already in deep shit, so...
Yeah, I think that ship may have sailed.
Okay. I'll at least... Mappuccine will...
I mean, if your contact can find someone to sell it for us, that would be awesome. I don't know if we want to not have our multi-million-dollar reactor with us. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll at least phone her, I suppose. And get some more information than what she left me in a message.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. I ring her up.
Yeah, you get her.
Okay.
Hello, Hunter.
Hey, I got your message. I thought it over. I agree with you. However, my crew is skeptical of why we should hand over such a pricey item to you to hang on to, and
Understandable.
yeah. And also, if it's been listed openly, and our lawyer is selling it for us, and even if we remove the listing, he would still be in danger because what's done is done. Correct? Or is that not the case?
Well, it depends on how he removes the listing.
Okay.
He could maybe declare you as dead. So maybe you blew up while trying to go into metaspace. Your pilot fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a possibility. So far, we've stopped at least one attempt on him. A psychic.
Mm-hmm. Those damn psychics.
Yes, try to read his mind.
What's the big deal about these reactors, though, anyway?
Well, for starters, there's only a couple. There's only a handful of these ships. You see them orbiting Gun Hill pretty much every day. The other thing is, people that have found reactors like that usually sell them for the first offer. They don't like to hang to such an item. I don't know why. Maybe it's because a lot of pirates go after those, or maybe or maybe governments themselves send hit squads to take them without pay.
Well, yes, I imagine if Gunhild has...
Albert, you're not there.
Oh, sorry, I thought this was a conversation we're having around. Sorry,
Is it,
I must have
Mapachine?
gone.
It's okay.
I'll see you later. When you come back to the ship, we'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you, Albert.
I'll cuddle you at night. So yeah, what she says is like, people sell them for the first offer. They usually don't like to hang on to stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably still not enough to convince the crew to give it to you for safekeeping. I mean, we do take risks, and we're no strangers to dangers. But
Well, she shrugged and says, "Well, if that's your and your crew's decision, I am in no power to dissuade you."
yeah, I appreciate you looking out for us. If you were
I'm
holding
looking
on
out
to
for you mostly.
well, yeah, yeah, and I'm associated with quite a circus. But if you were to hold on to it for us, would you be in a position to sell it, not openly, sell it under the table, or would it merely be for storage?
She shrugs and says, "I could probably reach out to some contacts, see what they think."
And you'd be willing to do that, and
for a fee.
Well, I think the lawyer probably charges a fee as well. I think that's pretty standard.
I think we're given 10% to whoever sells it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the lawyer has 10% because it's on a contract. Your contact doesn't have a contract binding her, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how did she find out that we were selling a reactor, by the way?
It's in the open
It's
market.
open.
Yeah, but it's not like our lawyer put out a law that says, and the crew of the Sword of Damocles is selling it. Like, it would just be like, reactor for sale. How did she know that was us?
Something tells me it's putting two and two together. She probably somehow knew where we went. Maybe she has a tracker on Mapachine or something, and then found out about the sale of a thing.
Okay, that's a little worrying.
What's worrying? That I have a tracking device on me?
Yeah, that we put it up for sale through a random lawyer on a massive planet, and immediately it's known that it's us. That's a little worrying.
Well, now do you want to hand it off to somebody else?
No, I definitely want to keep it mobile.
Okay.
I think if we put it in one place, it's going to get yoinked. I think the safest place for it to be would be in a smuggling compartment, with like a shielded, lead-lined, thick lead container hidden in our ship somewhere, because our ship moves around a lot, and hopefully not everybody knows that this random lawyer guy is like sells stuff for us. I mean, even lawyer guy won't know where it is, right? We told him that we're keeping it in a safe place,
Yes,
and
that's what you said.
right, and all he knows is like how to contact us or how to contact a number with a voicemail that we can check. So even if they do read his mind, they won't know where the reactor is.
They'll know what ship to look for.
But if they read girl's mind after we give her the reactor and leave it there, they'll know exactly where it is. I mean, best case scenario, if they read lawyer's mind, they know that the crew of the Sword of Damocles has a reactor, but they don't know where we put it. They don't know if it's on our ship or not.
Well, the decision is yours anyway. I cannot force you to do anything you don't want to.
I mean, my gut is that keeping it mobile and hidden is the best way to go, rather than like giving it to somebody.
All right.
So, what do you say to your contact, Mapachin?
I just say that yeah, we're used to taking risks, and yeah, it's a shame about the lawyer, but I have a feeling that the crew member who is in touch with the lawyer is not very fond of him anyway. So thank you at least for keeping him under your protection.
She shrugs
I
and
just
says, yes, no problem.
I just hope the thing sells fast in that case.
Isn't Gunhild a really secure planet?
Well, it is.
That just had a terrorist attack?
Yeah, that just had a terrorist attack 2 months ago.
Well, to be fair, that lady was like in a secret lab facility. I imagine she wasn't in the most high security place of Gunhild.
No, not by far.
Or Mr. Lawyer, I mean, he's a lawyer. He probably lives in like the equivalent of New York City.
Maybe. I don't remember what you rolled for business.
He'll be alright. We'll tell him to stick near the mech place.
The mech place.
Yeah, find a bunch of Gunhild mechs and just hang out there. Right, where was that place we went that had a whole bunch of Cymex out front? You can just like chill in that neighborhood.
It was Gunhild's, one of Gunhild's trade associations. They do a lot of selling to private people.
I mean, he knew the risks when he took the contract.
Well, yeah,
That's why he's getting paid money.
indeed. But do you guys warn him to be careful about who he talks with about this, or anyone he meets, or just?
I mean, we can give him a heads up, but I presume that he's he does this for a living, so he should be well aware of the dangers of selling a pre-tech reactor.
Well, this is his first pre-tech reactor, so. But yeah, he knows to be careful.
All right, we'll forward him a copy of Selling Pre-tech Reactors for Dummies.
There's no such a thing, actually.
Black market sales for dummies.
Black market sales for dummies while he's doing it all legit.
Gray market sales, all right.
Okay.
We hired the lawyers from the lawyers of like Goldstein, and like Jimmy, and we got Jimmy.
Jimmy. Goldstein, Steinborn, and Jimmy. Big Jim.
Okay. So, what is it that you guys want to do?
Well, if we don't already have a smuggling compartment, if you will, we should put one of those into the ship.
How to? What? Oh my god, that's.
But I have one in my car. It's not like they're hard to make.
How much free mass do you guys have?
2.
Oh, we have straight up
I-
free mass we haven't even used?
I don't know. I don't think we did.
I think we used all of our free mass, but this smuggling compartment would go into the cargo area. No, it wouldn't be additional free mass.
You have a frigate. Okay. So the reactor weighs how much? Yeah, 120 tons. That's why it only fits inside the lander.
The reactor weighs 120 tons.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's really big.
It is. It is massive.
Oh.
And the components inside it, are very dense. If you ask Raylan to do like a astronautics check, if he wants to,
Okay.
he'll probably be able to tell you, that a lot of the reactor is made of very dense materials to keep it, from just blowing up. Yeah, you get what I just said.
Oh, well, huh.
There are new rules to increase free mass in the ship, if you want to look at it. But yeah, if you want to do a smuggling compartment for the reactor, yeah, you need to have some free room for it.
Well, the 120-ton thing wouldn't even fit in a cargo hold of a frigate. It would take 6 cargo holds combined together. I don't even think we have 6 cargo holds. I think we have like 3. So we actually can't even fit the reactor on the ship.
Like
Way too big.
cargo space in a frigate, you have 20 tons per point of cargo space.
Right, yeah, I know. So it takes 6 to hold a 120-ton object. And we have 3.
And you can increase your free space.
How big is our lander?
I know, it's weird, right? Our
It
lander
is
is
weird,
literally able to hold like double what our ship is. Makes no sense. Whoever wrote these rules was like really high when they got to the starship section.
Yeah.
But how much free space do you have then? 3?
I don't think we have any free space. I think we devoted 3
No.
of our free space to cargo space.
Oh. So, yeah.
Okay, get this. A cargo lighter can hold 200 tons and takes up 2 free mass. Okay? So for every free mass you spend on a cargo lighter, you get 100 tons. Cargo space takes up 1 free mass and gives you 20 tons.
Why
What?
didn't we just buy a shit ton of cargo lighters?
Yeah, what the fuck? That makes absolutely no sense. You would assume that the cargo lighter doesn't have negative mass, right? Like the cargo lighter itself doesn't weigh negative 80 tons to account for the missing.
No.
But I mean, I think the cargo lighters have negative mass. That's interesting.
What did you say? Sorry.
I guess we'll keep it on our cargo lighter, and we'll put the smuggling compartment on the cargo lighter. Because nothing else makes sense.
Okay, you'll
It
need.
it only takes up like 55% of the cargo lighter space, so we can just make it look like our cargo lighter doesn't have, but half of its normal cargo space.
It's perfect, yeah.
But I want to say for the record, this is really stupid.
Yeah.
So, well, you'll need to find someone to do this kind of job.
Can't I just do it?
You can, yes, but you'll be alone and doing it alone, and it
I'll
will
help
take
you.
probably longer.
I'll be your gopher.
Yeah.
Go for this, go for that.
Because I mean, we don't really want to involve anyone else.
That's a good idea when you're building a secret smuggling compartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want as few people to know as that as possible. Maybe even kill the people that build it.
Wow.
Oh, we
Cut their
could just do that.
You have to cut their heads off and put them in a safe.
Yeah, pyramid
Locked away
style.
forever.
Wow, that's fucked up. Okay, now to make rules for making a smuggling compartment. So, how much are you willing to how much space are you willing to sacrifice on the lander?
Should we just say? But how much space is the reactor going to take up?
The reactor takes 120.
120
So-
space.
And we have 200 on the cargo lighter.
Okay. Well, it's fine then.
So could we add 2 free space to our frigate and then get another cargo lighter?
If you want to, yeah, sure.
I'm so confused why anyone would buy cargo space. I guess it's cheaper. I mean, that way we don't have to take the cargo lighter with the reactor places when we,
Yeah.
like even in a shielded compartment, it's still safer probably to keep it on the ship.
Raylan will never have kids.
It's properly radioactive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or maybe they'll just be psychics.
the reactor is
It's like a kid's. Yeah.
horribly radioactive, even deactivated.
Do I get an extra arm or something if I fly around much?
Oh, Harriel, with the gold system that you were going to initiate with this,
Yes.
is it something that has to be secret or not?
It can be secret. It can be public.
Because if I made it
Whatever.
like make Raylan believe in me as a captain, as a goal,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like he could just be like, "Oh yeah, I totally believed in him this time."
Well, it kind of needs to come from role playing and the characters themselves. You know?
I understand. Yeah.
That's never gonna happen though, so don't take that.
Don't get your hopes up.
Maybe one day, Raylan.
Mm-hmm.
So, how much space are you willing to sacrifice on the lander, Raylan, to cover up the?
What did we say? 55%? Was that how much the?
Seems right to me.
55 is what basically the.
Sorry,
It's
my math
almost-
was wrong. It's 60%.
Yeah. Okay.
It takes up 60%.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah. that's how much room you have occupied. You basically need to sacrifice free room in the lander to do this, as you are basically adding layers and layers of lead and ablative shielding.
Well, it's not really my decision. It's the captain's.
60% is fine to me.
60% is what the reactor takes up. You cannot sacrifice the room that the reactor is in. You need to sacrifice from what's free.
Well, do we need to space the reactor first and then build the compartment, then pick it up?
Maybe.
If you think you can do it, Raylan, I'm proud of your piloting skills.
Because that will determine the cost of the job.
Well, like
and how effective
70%
it will
then,
be.
if we need like extra room for making the door and walls thicker or whatever. So 70% of the thing.
So sacrifice 30% of it. Okay.
I'm confused.
You have occupied space, correct?
Okay.
That occupied space you cannot sacrifice to make the shielding. You need to sacrifice the unoccupied space.
Just to be pedantic, it's unoccupied mass.
Unoccupied mass, there. I'm saying space because it's easier for me in my brain.
So in other words, we're leaving ourselves with 30% mass.
Yeah. They actually list it as space, like in the listing or whatever, and then describe it as mass in the description, which is interesting.
So
okay, how much will that be costing us then?
Braylon, roll astronautics or post-tech, whatever's higher. And
yeah,
you can
definitely
ask,
post-tech.
maybe Natasha can help you then.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
See, what does lead cost per metric ton?
You get a +1.
Wow, lead's cheap as shit.
How much, actually?
You can buy a metric ton of lead for $1,700.
Huh. That isn't too large though, with it having quite the large weight.
Metric ton is a lot. It's a lot of lead.
That is a lot of lead. You can make a lot of bullets with a metric ton.
Yeah. So you're basically going to take out 60 tons of mass from the lander and occupying it with, the lead to cover up the reactor.
I think we're putting in like a false wall, so it looks like the cargo lander only has 60 tons. And then that false wall is lined with a big fucking thick panel of lead on the inside. Likewise with the other walls that make up the space that the reactor is in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know approximately the dimensions of the reactor?
Myself? Not really. I would say it's cylindrical in shape. Really fucking big for having 120 tons.
Would you would you say it has approximately the same density as like a tank?
Yes. I would say a bit more, slightly more.
Okay, so it's probably the size of a tank then, because a tank weighs almost 100 tons. You know, like a combat-loaded Abrams tank is about 75 tons.
Yes. One of those and a little bit more.
So let's see the dimensions of an M1 tank. 25 feet. The whole length is 25 feet, and the width is 12 feet.
Yeah. You add in a little bit more to that, and
It's
you
like
have
30
your,
by 15.
Yeah, you have your reactor then in a roughly cylindrical shape. It's a shame no NES people are in the ship.
Why does reactors crazily fuck with people's minds?
I don't know, do they?
That's why we're lead shielding it.
So the material cost, I'm not counting in the workforce because you are doing this by yourselves. It's going to be 60K of materials.
60K.
Yes. Which is
Okay.
12K each one.
Fine with me. Is everyone else all right with that?
Yep.
How about you, Mappuccine?
I agree with everything that just happened.
Are you fine to spend 12K on materials?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay. Raylan and whoever's going to help. Raylan, roll astronautics.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people are helping? Everyone?
Well, Leech put himself forward. So.
Yeah, I'm like grabbing tools and stuff for him. And he's like, hey, hold this here. I hold it there.
Well, Natasha's going to help because she has 1-2 intelligence, so that might give you a boost.
Yeah.
You don't get a +1.
She.
Ships are just too complicated for her AI mind. An 8. Okay.
Is that good enough, or it's
That
over the?
will basically determine how long it's going to take.
Oh.
Better results in less time spent, basically.
Yeah, I won't reroll that.
You won't?
I don't. I might get even shittier numbers.
Okay. So you're keeping it. Okay.
8's a good roll.
Oh, you lucky motherfuckers. It's going to take 2 weeks.
What's lucky at 2 weeks?
It could take way longer.
Oh, okay.
Could have taken way longer. So that's 14 days. So subtract 14 days from the life support, Mapachin, please.
Mm-hmm.
We could totally smuggle like all kinds of shit now that we have a fucking badass smuggling compartment.
Yeah. And
after we sell the reactor.
Yeah, by the time you're done, it is the 12th of August. And I need to do a GM turn.
Actually, this is good for Natasha too, because if like some fucking gun-heeled ship shows up or whatever and goes to scan us, she can hide in the fucking compartment.
Good plan. Maybe we should make her stay in there. I mean, no, we shouldn't do that.
Forever.
Look at this great new house we built you, Natasha. It's made out of lead.
We could lead line her room actually if anyone was
Looks like a
interested in that.
solitary confinement cell, Leech. From the ship I can access any information network I wish. In there, it's impossible.
That's to keep you safe when they scan us. Actually, it's to keep our reactor safe. But if you don't want to get scanned, you can go in there.
But how about we actually encase her room in lead that it'll still
think
be
she
her
said she
room
doesn't
and it'll
like
still be
that.
nice.
Because she can't access the networks or something.
Oh. Couldn't drill a single line through into that room still? Would that
What?
make it be? Would she be able to be scanned through that
Through what?
if we lead lined her actual room?
Perhaps not, but it's like as she said, it would be like a solitary confinement cell for her.
But it's still her actual room.
Yeah, but as you speak with her, she's like taking in a lot of information from everywhere you go.
Oh, you mean wireless signals?
Yeah, basically.
Ah, Natasha has Bluetooth. I didn't think of this.
In a way, yes.
Boob tooth. I would like to see her wireless hotspots.
For fuck's sake.
So 2 weeks of just working on this lander by yourselves probably without any outside contact. What do you guys do when you take a break?
I don't know. I play badminton with anyone that chooses to play with me on the court.
Do we have a badminton court?
You don't.
I used some paint earlier.
How much mass does a badminton court take?
The mass of paint.
Oh.
Volleyball, anyone instead? It's pretty much the same court.
I'll play you some ping pong.
Like, I guess you can play in the cargo hold because the cargo hold has enough room.
I'm sure we can set up a table tennis court somewhere. Some foosball. Yeah, you good at foosball, Albert?
No, it's not a sport on my world.
Foosball's great. No spinning though.
Is that an illegal move? I don't know of this.
Notoriously illegal.
Ah. Like killing the native Guagapoo, one of the large creatures on my planet.
Possibly worse.
Ah. Or listening to the music of the Jolly Boys.
I wouldn't go that far. Nothing's as bad as listening to the music of these Jolly Boys. You're talking about the ones that wear the glitter in their hair, right?
Yes, those ones. I think my next goal
I am
is
back.
to... Oh,
holy shit. ISP's been calling me ever since Friday. It's fucking annoying.
But about what? To get your internet hooked up?
Yep, to get me hooked up.
Nice.
It's
think my
disgusting because it's the fourth time since
really
Friday. Yeah, the
crazy.
second time today.
my
Oh, well.
goal is to get the next weird creature we come across be renamed Bonafarts.
I'm disappointed in you.
If anyone's seen Borderlands 2, you would get the reference.
Yeah. I have plans for the next creature. Anyway,
They'll be called Bonafarts.
so basically you guys socialize a little, play a few games and some such. So after life support has been taken from the total, it's 12th of August, 3201, and you guys have a smuggling compartment in your main lander.
Excellent. Can we try and get back in contact with that person that we smuggled some drugs in that farming machine while we're doing some other work? May as well smuggle some drugs.
Who?
Remember we went from Nerades to somewhere else, or to Nerades from somewhere else? And there was some machinery, and inside the machinery was some blue meth.
Oh yeah, Gluna, from Gluna to Nerades, yes. The very paranoid, highly militarized planet that's
Yes, we have a
on
smuggling
war with
compartment now.
Scaboria. Well, if you want to go there, yeah, you can. No problem. So,
Well, I mean,
that
if
the
we're
course?
going towards Scoria, does it look like those drugs were? Did you say it was between Dubos and Nerades? And which is it? The Dubos people that are at war with the Scaborians, or
No,
people from Nerades?
Dubos belongs to the Gunhill Hike.
Oh, okay.
Gluna has the planet Gluna and Scaboria. The
Oh,
Gluna
well.
Protectorate is trying to crush the Scaborian resistance there because the planet has a few materials, and because if Scaborians were to get out, they would multiply and conquer the sector. At least that's what the Protectorate wants you to think.
Okay, so if we're not going to do any drug smuggling, how about we just go and do something about whatever's happening in Gluna again?
What do you want to do?
Go to Gluna, see the Scaborians.
Oh, you want to help the Scaborians?
Well, something.
That's
We had some data that we were thinking of giving them.
that's new to me, actually.
Do the Scaborians have any ships?
No.
Not yet.
Well, yeah, not yet. Scaboria is a tech level 3 planet that its native population is trying to elevate into tech level 4.
What's
And
the
eventually-
highest tech level planet in the system?
101, it's Gluna.
Or tech level 4?
With tech level 4, yes.
So what kind of scrutiny is applied to the ships that go to Scaboria?
To Scaboria, a lot. Sometimes, if they feel like it, even in-ship assessments.
Yeah, I'm not sure we want to take our reactor to Scaboria.
Well, we have to bring it with us to anywhere, don't we? Or do you mean
Yeah.
we're just going to be scanned? Or
Yeah, I think we might want to avoid the super high scrutiny systems until we sell that thing. They're going to think that we're trying to take the reactor, the Skimorians, to try to give them pre-tech ship technology.
That's a good assumption.
Yeah, I understand. So just a bit of gentle drug smuggling between the Radies and Dubos then?
Sounds like an easy milk run.
Good. I like milk and drugs. Fine breakfast cereal.
You just have like a bowl of meth pills in the morning.
Okay, so where do you want to go first, Dubos or in the Radies?
The person we sent it to
Dubos.
was Dubos, so we may as well go there, see if he's about, see if anyone wants anything delivered either the way back, or just will send us some Radies to come back.
Okay. 2 days to get to the edge of the system. And pilot, roll that navigation.
Okay, so we're taking it slow, right? We're not in a hurry. Or are we? Captain.
I don't think we're in that much of a hurry.
Okay, so we get...
Especially if we're waiting for an offer on Spacebook on our Speedbay or whatever it was that we're selling it on. For a reactor.
Okay, so the computers give us 3, right?
The computer gives you 2.
2, okay.
+1 from navigation, +1 intelligence gives you a +4 in total. That's a
we
fail.
end up in a star and we die.
Do you want to reroll?
I reroll.
Okay.
Fuck off.
You do it. You still do it. That's just enough. Okay. You take 3 days to get to Dubos, to the edge of the system. Do you guys want to orbit the planet? Want to go to the planet, or straight to Nereides?
We may as well ping the system, see if the person that we delivered the drugs to has any interesting job offers.
Okay, the person you met isn't in Dubos.
He just isn't here at the moment, or we never met him here?
The person you met was never in Dubos. The guy you smuggled the drugs in the mining equipment was from Gluna.
We smuggled it to Gluna. I thought we smuggled it to
From
Dubos.
Gluna.
Okay, to Dubos.
Nereides.
To Nereides, oh. I was very confused. So, should we see if anyone wants any drugs smuggled from here?
Okay, so...
Nereides is just quite the party planet with all that beautiful water. I imagine there's quite the surfing going on there.
Okay, so you get to Dubos in 2 more days. It is the 19th of August. Let me check what Dubos has. Okay. So you're orbiting the planet. Its atmosphere is quite thick, actually. Very, and scans show and tell you that it is very toxic. Also, the general wildlife in there isn't very friendly. Wildlife, plant life, pretty much the whole planet is hostile to life. Though people there do make it happen.
Have we been here before?
Yes.
Only by passing. Only used it as an anchor point between Gunhill and Nereides. So if you guys want to do some criminal work, you might want to roll criminal. Those that have it.
I know a few of you are a bunch of criminals, so go ahead, please.